Heyo guys, it's your boy Bouncy here. Time for another tier list. But again, this is like the second part for the previous one, the red cards. This time we're doing blue for Dragon Ball Fusion World Set 3 Raging Roar. Today we're gonna go over two ones. You'll see the other video, so we're going to be doing blue and green, but the green one will be in the next video, so look forward to that. But yeah, right now we're going to be making a tier list of all the blue cards, or all the new blue cards in set 3 Raging Roar. A, playable in almost every leader or every deck. B, I can see it in like a majority, maybe a few decks. It's playable. C is mid. It means like, okay, maybe I play this in only this deck, you know, kind of thing. It's mid. D is unplayable. Why print this card? This tier it's a vanilla. Like I can't really explain it more than that. It's a vanilla. It doesn't have any abilities, no skills. It's a 10k combo, right? It's a super combo. That is also self-explanatory. It's a super combo. Alright, so let's get started. Our first one is Goku. Saiyan, Another World, 15k leader. Draw one card on attack, and its awaken is for less life. Like very simple, generic leader. But on the back, we have draw 2 cards on attack. On attack, draw 2 cards, then place 1 card from your hand on top of its own stack. It's kind of like Brainstorm. If you've ever played Magic, you draw, well, Brainstorm is 1 mana, draw 3, put 2 cards back on top. So it's basically just a cantrip, but this is very good. There's a lot of top deck manipulation going on, playing cards off the top of your deck with our new set 3 cards, and this leader is just, it's nuts. Honestly, it doesn't even, like, I still think this leader would still be good even without the bottom text, but let's go and read it. It is activate battle, opponent's turn, once per turn, switch 1 card in your battle area to rest mode. If you have 7 or fewer, this card gets +1 10,000 power for the battle. That's insane. This thing has 2 effects. It draws 2, puts 1 card on the top, so it's like top deck manipulation, and then it makes your 5k combos on the field combo off for 10k. That is a nasty ability, a very defensive ability, and it's so good. It's really good. The one downside I can think of this leader is that you do kind of put yourself in a brainstorm lock. I don't know if you know this, but in Magic, brainstorm lock is like, yes, you're drawing 3 cards, you're putting 2 back on top, but you're drawing the same cards again and again. Unless you have a way to shuffle your deck, you're just gonna see those cards again, you know. Or if you have a way to like mill those 2 cards or take those 2 cards out, then you're just gonna see those cards you never wanted in the first place, right? That's why you put them back on top, right? But a bunch of, I wouldn't say a bunch, but some of the cards in this set does have top deck manipulation, so you can play off the top, do all kinds of shenanigans, so that's very good for this deck. But yeah, this leader, I put him way above Jiren though. Like, this ability is insane. Defensively, offensively, like, there's just, it's so good. It's just very good. So I'm gonna put him at an 8, honestly. This leader, I think in the future, if we ever get more top deck manipulation, this leader would actually just skyrocket. And drawing 2 is just good, honestly. Just seeing more cards drawing is my favorite part of any card game. But yeah, this is the alt art, by the way. It looks nice. I love it. But yeah, our next card is Erasa. This one's a searcher, 1 cost, 5k combo. On play, look at top 5, reveal up to 1 non-Erasa card with a cost of 4 or less, and Satan City and its special traits and add it to your hand. Place the rest at the bottom. You know, it's a cantrip, you know, it's a C+, B-. depends on the cards available to us. But from what I can see, there's only a handful of good Satan City cards that are 4 or less. Like 12. It's not a lot. You have like 12 really banger hits. So honestly, I'll just put Arasa at like C+. Usually I put these types of searchers at B, depending on what targets they are, but because it's like, there's not a, like, we'll see later on, there's not a lot of good targets in my opinion. Next up, we have Whis. He's a 1 cost, 5k, 10k combo. Permanent, if your life is at 3 or less, this card gains blocker. On play, ditch a card, draw a card. This card sucks. It's a 1 cost blocker, 5k. This thing's just gonna get rested, popped, minus down, and it doesn't even get the blocker until you're about to die. It's just not good. It's just deep. Whis, unfortunately, I like him as a character. I wish we got cooler cards with him, but right now most of the Whis cards we have are kind of very mid. So that's what he's getting. Our next card is Kibito. He's an attendant, 1 cost, 5k combo, draw a card. It's cantrip. It's a C+, B-, around there, you know. It can't be searched though. It can't be Pilaf. Like, Pilaf can only grab, like, Trunks is the best cantrip for blue. It's a 1 cost Earthling that Pilaf can grab. You can keep looping it, keep drawing, keep cantripping. Meanwhile, Kibito, you play it, it's 1 and done. That's it. So that's why it's a C+. It would be a B- if it could be targeted by Pilaf, but it is not. It also can't be targeted by the new card we got, the new SR we have here in set 3 as well. Next up, we have Krillin. Krillin, my boy, is 2 cost, 15k, 10k combo. If you have 7 or fewer in your hand, this card and your leader get plus 5k for the turn. So this is essentially like Bulma, but without the restriction of it being a Vegeta leader that you can only pump. I think this is just good. I think just playing this alongside with Vegeta leader, the blue Vegeta leader, is just insane. This thing is a powerhouse. Just making your Vegeta leader swing for 40, and this is basically a 20k swing. It will die on the crackback, but who cares? You got your use out of him. But yeah, I think this is a good card. I wouldn't put him at B though, because I do think he's just only in Vegeta. So I'm just putting him in C. Definitely above these two, I think. Probably... No, I do like him better than Kibito. Alright, next up we have the Vanilla. It is Great Saiyan Man. This is probably the best Vanilla in the set, mainly because we have a field card that plays 4-drop Satan City cards for only 2, so you can basically cheat this out for 2 mana. But it's a Vanilla, there's not much else I can say about it. It is the highest ranking Vanilla, so there's that. Next up, we have Sharpener, 1 cost, 5k, 10k combo. Reveal the top card of your deck, and if the revealed card has Satan City in its special traits during this turn, the next time you use an extra from hand, reduce the cost by 1. So this is what I meant by like some top deck shenanigans, all that. I think this is just a mediocre card. I don't know if I'll ever see it played. It's very good with this leader and only the new blue leader, the new Son Goku leader in this set. So I think it's just a C. Not much I can say about it. Like, reducing cost for extras is very good though. Anytime I see cost reduction on any type of card, I immediately go wow, you know? But I just don't know what... I think you can just play the field from this set with this card. It's just, I don't know. This feels very, very mid. You know, I don't know. That's my opinion. Next up, we have Shin. 2 cost, 15k, 10k combo. Look at the top of your opponent's deck and place it at the top or bottom of its owner's deck. This is alright. Shin, Supreme Kai, he's like, okay, I'ma look. and then I'll scry it to the bottom, right? If you don't like it, like, it's a good card. I don't know. I'd probably put it at B-, this one, but I just don't see a slot where you put this in. Yes, knowing information is great for you, but I feel like turn 2 or 2 energy, you could be doing something else. I think you could be doing something else, and it's just not as impactful as I would like it to be, you know? So I'm just gonna give him a C. Not as good as Krillin though. Like, information is great, but I'd much rather do something on 2 mana, you know? Next up, we have Android 18. It's a super combo. It is the best super combo though. I am an avid believer of droids. I've been playing it since set 1. I love it. I wish my super combo was not Android 16 but Android 18 like this one instead. But that would be too broken because she is searchable by Android 20 and by Krillin if she was a super combo there. So unfortunately, we're only getting her in the best super combo. One of my favorites. Our next one is Goku. 2 costs, 20k, 5k combo. Draw a card, then place 1 card from your hand on top of your deck when it attacks. This is what your set 3 leader does for blue. It's exactly the same thing. You cycle a card, but it has the same issue where you brainstorm lock yourself into just seeing that card you don't want over and over and over again. And honestly, your leader just does this better. It just does it 100% better. It's also a 20k, very easy to just swing into. It'll die on the crackback. If this thing said 2 costs, 25k, no combo, on attack, do this, I'd be more than happy to run it. It's a 25, not that easy to swing into. You'd have to either play a bigger body to answer this, or you'd have to combo to just answer that, which most people won't be willing to do. So I will just have to place him into C-. He's not great. Maybe we'll see some use out of him, but the set 3 leader just does this effect a million times better. And you don't even have to pay for it. So you could do something else with that 2 energy you just used. Next up, we have Son Goten. Now this thing is interesting. 2 costs, 15k, 10k combo, on play, 7 or fewer cards in hand, draw a card. It's a cantrip. 2 cost cantrip. I think you just like this in honestly, I don't know where I would put this thing. I don't know how I feel about this card, honestly. I feel like it's just very mid. It is a 10k combo though, grabbable off Goten's package, which is nice. The draw 1 and the 15k body, if you're trying to just put in some early game pressure so that they're awakened, they can, so that your opponent can get to 4 life much faster, and then now you can start playing the game. I think this is a fine card. It replaces itself. It's not bad. It's a C. It's just a hard C. I'll put it in between Kibito and her. Actually, I might even just put him higher than Kibito because it's basically a cantrip kind of, but it has 10k combo, and it's a body that you can use to swing early game. Alright, next up, it's a vanilla. It's Son Goten, Gohan, Adolescence. Vanilla stats, not much I can say about that. Playable off the field that we will get to soon. But yeah, that's it. Next up, the best card. This is the best card Blue has ever gotten, ever. It is the 4 cost, 0 combo, 30k on play. If you have 7 or fewer cards in hand, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with cost of 3 or less and place them at the bottom of your opponent's deck. This thing's insane. This thing's absolutely insane. This is what I've been wanting for the longest time. Sickle on a body. This sickle on a body. And look at that alt art as well. That alt art's amazing. If you can just curve out perfectly, you play 3-cost Vegito. If you have, you should have 7 or lower, fewer cards in hand. Now everything's -1 cost. You play this, you bottom 2 4 costs. Like, even if you don't have that effect though, bottoming 3 costs, a lot of the time, people play a lot of 3 costs anyways, right? In their deck. So, this is still good value even without the cost reduction. So, I think this is an A. This is just playable in every deck, and playing this off of 6-cost Goku Black feels nasty. It is absolutely nasty playing this off of Goku Black. So, this is an A. You will see this in every deck, I think, in every blue deck. I put them higher than the leader just cause I love this card. Unfortunately, we haven't had any Bs yet. But yeah, we'll see. Now, our next one is 2-cost, 20k. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with a cost of 2 or less and place it at the bottom, then put this card at the bottom of its owner's deck. This is removal, early removal, not much I can say. It is a good target though for that set 2 Vegeta that we had, the Vegeta that acts as a time machine, where you can play a 2-cost Trunks if your leader is Trunks at the bottom. Now when you just do this, when you swing with it, activate main, put it at the bottom, play that Vegeta, you can play it again and now it's back. Now you can essentially remove 2 things if you have targets. I think this is just a good card in general. But it is like specifically locked to Trunks. Like it is a C+ at best. Actually C+, B- in Trunks. He is definitely not as okay. Goten should be like way above these guys. I think this is just better than that. Next up, we have Trunks Youth, 2k, 20k, 5k, on play, 7 or fewer. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and reduce its cost by 1. It's alright. It's not mine. Mine feels better. It's a 10k combo, I believe. It only costs 1 and it does the same thing as this. I think you just have better plays to do for this one. 2 is a lot to just minus something by 1. Like, Vegito is just much better, it's permanent, it just has to stay on the field and everything's -1. This thing's a one-time use. It's a D+, C- at best for me. Next up, we have our second SR. I think this is our last SR for Blue Videl. 2 costs, 20k, no combo. On attack, 7 or fewer, add up to 1 blue non-Videl card with a cost of 3 or less, an Earthling and its special traits from your drop to your hand. This is Pilaf. This is just Pilaf that can swing. It can't retrieve itself, but if it could, this thing would be the best card in the set. This is probably be like SS plus tier, in my opinion. If it didn't have the non-Videl card, like, this thing is insane. It grabs a 3 cost or less Earthling. There's a lot of good Earthlings in blue. You can't go wrong playing this card at all. What I think blue struggled with the most was having a good 3-drop, a good 2-drop in those slots. Our turn 2 always felt like it's always just cantrip. Now we actually have something. You can grab a Pilaf you comboed early off of this. You can grab anything that's a 3 cost or less from this Videl. And this alt art, long hair Videl's best Videl. Don't even get me started on that. This is A+. This is just amazing. It's just amazing. It's a good card to fill in for the 2-drop slot, because our other plays were always just 2-drop Trunks from the structure deck, or 2-drop Goten from the structure deck, which is kind of mid, you know. Alright, next up, Videl, Vanilla. It's a Vanilla. It's a 2-cost Vanilla, 20k, 10k. Next, Piccolo, 3 cost, 20k, 10k combo, crit. I don't want to be playing this card for 3. It only has 20k power, it's very easy to swing into. The 10k combo is nice, but honestly I would have preferred it to have 5k combo and just be a 25k beater. Especially with that crit. With that crit, it's annoying dealing with a 25k body crit. But because it isn't, I'm gonna have to just put him at like B+. He's not that great. He's not worse than Weez though. So, alright. Next up, we have Beerus. Beerus, choose one of your battle cards with a cost of 3 or more, KO it. You have 7 or fewer cards in hand, draw 2. Why does blue have all the sack outlets? Like, blue has all of the sack outlets. Green needs a sack outlet like this. Red needs a sack outlet like this. Like, this card is just insane. You play this, you pop your Fuse Zamasu because it has that effect that when it's KO'd, it comes back. Again, you just do that and you just basically draw 2. And the requirement of 7 or fewer is so easy to do in blue. It's just, this thing's a B, I think. Our first B though, just because of Fuse Zamasu. Like, Fuse Zamasu also can just be in any deck. So, yeah, this thing's just too good, man. For 2 mana, you draw 2. Like, I'd pay that. Alright, next up, we have Bulma. 1 cost, 5k, 10k combo, activate main once per turn, ditch a card, and then that's the cost. So colon, at the end of the turn, draw a card. So this is just good, I think. You get rid of a card you don't want, probably an extra, another sickle, a Goku Black that you probably won't be able to play. There's a ton of things that you do want to just get rid of, and this helps your game plan in blue to have 7 or less cards in hand. And you don't necessarily neg your hand because usually what blue does is they over combo into something, and that always feels bad because you're never replacing those cards again. The only time you're replacing them is if you're swinging with your leader, or if you're swinging with something that can grab something from grave, which is like Goku Black. This just feels great in general, just because, you know, at the end of your turn you draw a card. So even if they remove this, the effect's on there, there's a delayed trigger. Even if they remove this Bulma, you'll still get the card. Like, I think this Bulma will probably make blue's 7 or fewer card restriction a lot more consistent. So I'm gonna put her at B. I'm putting her at B. She's great. I like it. Next up, we have, this is Caulifla. 2 cost, 20k, 5k combo, crit, add a life to your hand. This basically, in Goku Black, you want to play this. You really want to play this card. You're already a 20k crit leader. Now you're swinging 20k again, crit, and your self-awakening. Now you don't have to rely on mine so much that you can just play this card. And this card will just demolish your opponent. Having 2 20k crit swings is big. It's annoying. I hate dealing with it. My friend has played Beerus, he plays the crit build, and it is annoying every single time I play against it. This is gonna infuriate your opponents, and you're gonna self-awaken. Like, this is amazing. This is a great card. Putting him at B. I think you can even put him in any other deck as well, but Goku Black sorely wants this card. Alright, next up, we have 2 cost, 20k, 10k combo, Mighty Mask. Permanent. This card's name is also treated as Goten and Trunks use in all areas. This is just a target for your Gotenks package. This is essentially just a vanilla, honestly. It has vanilla stats, it has like vanilla combo power as well. Like, the only difference is this is just Goten and Trunks. Like, you just grab him off Gotenks. I'm gonna put him in the vanilla tier. He's a vanilla. He is a vanilla. Alright. Next up, 1 cost, 5k, 10k power. On attack, reveal the top card of your deck. If the revealed card is Satan City in its special traits, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and reduce its cost by 2 for the turn. Now reducing cost by 2, amazing. It's a 1 cost, 5k, it's a 10k combo. What is not amazing though is it's on attack. Its on attack is doo-doo. You just basically paid 1 cost to have someone swing, like, kill your 10k combo. I feel like that's a waste of combo in hand. If he was a bit bigger, it would have been fine. Or if the on attack was just on play instead. If it was on play, I would have just played. This would have been better than mine, but it's not, unfortunately. So he's just D tier. He's just not great. I really wish it was good, but the on attack just turns me off. You're using up a 10k combo for nothing. Next up, this is the field that we've been talking about for the longest time. Orange Star High School, 1 cost field. You can activate main, pay 2 energy, place this card in its owner's drop, look at the top 3 cards from the top of your deck and play up to 1 battle card with a cost of 4 or less in Satan City and special traits. Place the rest at the bottom of its owner's deck in a random way. So this is how you basically exploit the Blue Goku leader effect. This is also an Earthling card, so you can grab it off Pilaf. Amazing. The only thing is, this is basically a 3 cost play, right? You want to be looking at the top 3, playing a 4 cost. You don't want to be playing a 3 cost off of this, you don't want to be playing a 2 cost off of this. It will feel bad. And I think there are only a few targets for this card as well, which is the 4 cost Vanilla Great Saiyan Man, the 4 cost Son Gohan Adolescence SR, the 3 cost Son Gohan Adolescence Vanilla. Like, you literally don't have a lot of targets for this. It's an okay field. It only works best with the leader, with the specific leader. It's a C- at best for me. It's, it's whatever, right? Like, it's great that you can cheat out a 4 cost for nothing, but the most of the time it's probably gonna be the vanilla, Alright, next up, Great Saiyan Man. This is an extra card. Activate main. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with a cost less than or equal to the number of cards with Satan City in your special traits in your battle area, and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. So this includes the field as well. So that's already 1 requirement done, but you'd much rather play Sickle, or you'd much rather just play the 4-drop Gohan. Like, this thing requires too much of you for your board to survive as well, in order for it to be good. Like, unless they print a card that says, oh, all of your stuff gets barrier until the start of your next turn, like, none of your Satan City cards are gonna survive. They're all vanillas. All of them are vanillas except for like a few cards. This is like, it's not great. I wish we had something else, but yeah. Next up, we have you prefer girls with short hair, 1 cost extra. Activate main. If you have 3 or more cards with Satan City in their special traits in your battle area, draw 3 cards, then place 1 card from your hand on top of the deck. It's okay. It counts the field, right? The problem is we don't have a Raccoon Ginyu combo in this in set 3 for this. Like, Red has one with Carousel and whatever 2-drop they have, so that's already like 2/3 of the requirements. If we had something like that, I think this would be a great card. 1 mana, draw 2, basically draw 3, put 1 card on the top. You just plus, right? You plus, right? You use the card, you drew 3, right? That replaced itself, and then you put, you plus. You plus with this card. It's just a very high requirement to actually ask of us. So until we get more support, I'm gonna put it at D as well. It's certainly better than Great Saiyan. So there's that, right? Alright, well, those are my thoughts on set 3's blue cards. Yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. This is what I think. I may be wrong, I may be right, I don't know. But right now, this is my honest opinion about it before the set comes out. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. Peace. Bye.